Sports Just Josh and Isaac. How is everyone doing? We are back in the building. Manchester United versus Tottenham. The preview. We have a lot of things to discuss. As we understand, both teams are struggling. But before we get into that, Josh, what's good? Are you ready for the weekend?
Yeah. I'm ready for the weekend. I'm ready for the weekend. Man United should be getting back to winning ways.
There is no way they're getting back to win. I mean, I would love to. I would like that to happen, but it looks like that is not happening because
Yeah,
your team
it's.
is really struggling. But the good news,
I don't think
see,
United is really
the
struggling. I mean,
positive,
I do believe
the
that it is
positive
a stretch.
the positive bit of the whole thing is that both teams are very, very inconsistent. Man United and Tottenham are very inconsistent. That means Postecoglou and Ten Hag have something in common,
No,
you
no,
know,
no, 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 no,
something
no,
very
no,
much in common.
no, not at
And
all, not at all. Ten Hag
it's
is a
like,
better manager than Postecoglou.
no,
Postecoglou
Josh, he's
is
not.
Postecoglou overplayed the football manager, and he's excited by the things that he learned. But yeah, much as his football is at times exciting to watch, as a football manager, you actually have to adapt. You have to understand the situations of game situations. I mean, I could not believe that the last season when he played against Chelsea and he still kept a high line, despite having been a man less. Actually, I think he was two men less, and he
Yeah.
just kept a high line.
Well, if we are to go to, if we are to check the head-to-head record, last 5 matches, Manchester United and Tottenham, we see it's 2 wins for Man United, 2 draws, and 1 win for Tottenham. So that is at least that favors you. In January 2024. Okay, let's start from way back. That is March 12th, 2022. It was 3-2 for Man United. Then October 19th, 2022, 2-0 for Man United. 27th April last year, 2023, 2-2. That was a draw. Then 19th August last year, still that was 2-0 for Spurs. And earlier this year on the 14th of January, that was 2-2. So that brings us to 2 wins for United, 2 draws, and 1 win for Tottenham Hotspurs. Yeah, that's the game. So we're going into the game with the Spurs in the 10th position, Man United in the 11th position in the Premier League after 5 games. Uh, both teams have 7 points. Very, very poor, considering the leaders, Man City, have 13 points, Liverpool 12, Aston Villa 12, and of course, Arsenal 11 points. Josh. But anyway, let's get right into it, Josh. Uh, let's talk about the managers real quick before we get into the real issue. Ten Hag and Postecoglou. Who's the best? Who's the right manager? I don't want you to be biased. I know you're a Manchester United fan, so obviously you would go for Ten Hag.
What
But
you're saying, the question that you ask is very biased in itself. I mean, when you ask who's the better manager, I mean, one has won trophies and one has not. I mean, one has been at the club, and the period he has been in the club, he has won two trophies in the 2 seasons, and one for
three
all the
season.
praise.
Okay,
Yeah,
two.
2 seasons. This is his third season, and it's not May yet. So you can say that the comparison is not warranted at this stage because Eric Ten Hag is clearly a better manager than Ange Postecoglou. Ange Postecoglou has a very exciting tactics, but for me, the fact that he does not adapt to game situations, I don't think that is good enough for manager at Premier League club because
Mm.
Premier League teams, they will pick you up. They will pick you up. I mean, if you don't have the energy, if you're not fast enough, they will pick you up. So I do believe that Ange Postecoglou has to do much better at Spurs, or else he will also be leaving the club.
Well, I think Postecoglou and Ten Hag are one of those managers that are likely to leave. I mean, in this
No, no,
probably
no,
even
no, 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 no,
listen.
no,
Ten
no.
Hag
Don't.
might even leave before
No, no,
the
no,
end
no,
of the
no,
year.
no. I am not
Josh, who do you think
listening
is
to.
going to be on more pressure? Who do you
I
think is
am
going to
not
be on more
listening.
pressure?
I'm not listening to anything
No,
now.
okay, Josh,
When you
who
talk
do you think is
about
going to be standing on? Josh, hold up. Ten Hag and Postecoglou, in case both
yeah.
of them lose. Okay, in other words, if Manchester United lose or Spurs also loses to United, who do you think is going to be walking on thin ice?
I mean, I don't think it's really walking on thin ice, but maybe the question you would ask me is who would you think the media would be berating? Because they've
No,
found a way to berate
you're going to bring in.
Eric
You're
Ten
going to
Hag every
find a way
chance
to
they
bring in
get.
Ten Hag. No,
No, they found
no,
it. They found a way to berate Eric Ten Hag every chance they get, and I think this might be an opportunity for them to do that again. But on the whole, every manager who is at Manchester United will always feel the pressure because I mean this is arguably the biggest club in world football. So I mean,
no, no, no. Josh,
whoever is
we talked
managing
about that 2 days ago.
Manchester United
Manchester,
is going to have trouble. So for me, I don't think that Eric Ten Hag is under any sort of pressure. The pressure is more in the media, and okay, yeah, you can say that there is pressure only because what the media thinks and what the media writes in the end can have a persuasion effect on fans. So I mean, fans can get agitated from reading these headlines in the
Josh,
Daily
you've not
Mail.
answered me. Who do you think is going to be on pressure? If, in case, in other words, even right now, who do you think is on more pressure, considering the circumstances?
What circumstances? I don't know. You
Okay,
paint this picture
Josh,
of Man
we
United
both know Ten Hag. I'm
is
telling
in
you, if Ten
no.
Hag
You
loses this
paint
game,
you paint this picture that Man United is in a dire state, but for me, I don't
it's about
see.
to
I,
be.
I don't. No, I don't see that desperation. The desperation is only in um, fans who do believe that Manchester United should be winning every game of football. I mean, Manchester United has a Mad Diallo, but to some fans, when they watch, they see Kylian Mbappe. I mean, they just do not know what they have on the stages these players are. So they want them to perform like maybe Vinicius Junior, but all you have is Rashford, and you must know that until you have that player, then your expectations should be different. So for me, my expectations are different. I believe that the board knows that the expectations of the club is maybe to finish top four. You can see that
Oh,
Omar Berada came out and said that
that's what I was
United,
going to say.
yeah, United will be winning the league in 2028. So that gives a
Yeah.
lot of room to Eric Ten Hag, and maybe Chido Obi Martin will be the top scorer that season. Yo,
That
United
is a
is
stretch.
cookie. United is
That is a
cookie.
stretch. I know
How is
they
it a
have kids.
stretch?
By the way, they have kids.
No, we have we
Just
have uh,
a
we
few
have
days
Kobe
ago.
Mino. We have Kobe Mino in the squad now. We have Alejandro Garnacho in the squad now. We have Seko Kone yet to be integrated in the squad now.
Yeah, but it was
Chido Obi
registered.
Martin. We do have Samuel Lusale. Those are
Yeah.
about five players. I mean,
Lenny
if
Yoro. Okay. You're talking.
if one of
You're talking
if
about the
one of the
academy.
yeah, I'm talking about the young players at United that could fulfill the dream of Ineos and Omar Berrada to win a league title in 2028. At least you
That
can
brings
see a foundation of the type
Lenny
of
Yoro
players
too.
that
He's 18.
Euro 2, I mean, is 18. So if
Toby
by
Collier.
2020, yeah, but if by 2028, the bedrock for that team, the spine for that team is players like Lenny Yoro or Kobe Mainu, Alejandro Garnacho, who have played for quite some time and they have about 4 5 seasons in them. I mean, that's some scary squad. If all goes well,
It's
I
a
know the
scare. It's a
development.
scary. It's a scary squad if they do deliver results. But let's go into the injuries and suspensions.
Yeah,
Spurs has
they will
Rickelson.
deliver results. But we hadn't concluded on Ange Postecoglou and Eric Ten Hag. For me, I don't believe that Eric Ten Hag should be under any pressure. The pressure is more in the media and fans and whatever clickbaits on social media. I mean, imagine a headline uh, that Man United won a game. I mean, it doesn't sell a lot of papers, but Eric Ten Hag is living in his last days and stuff like that. That makes news for them.
Well, I see you're putting up a really, really good fight for your man. A really, really, really,
Yeah.
really good fight.
No, for me, I
But
believe he's the manager. You imagine the work that Ineos has done to actually
yeah,
bring players in who are suited for this manager, who are suited to a system of play of this manager. But because maybe he's too brutally honest, the English media didn't take to him. They don't like the fact that he talks to them the way he talks to them,
and
because
maybe they don't like the fact that he's too pragmatic.
no, he's not pragmatic.
No, no.
He's the
Okay,
most
maybe that came
chaotic
out wrong.
manager.
Listen,
Yeah,
I
he's
mean, in
not
terms of
pragmatic.
his ego, his pickups. But anyway, we are going to come to that, Josh. Real quick, let me swing. Let me talk about the injuries and suspensions. Luke Shaw has, rather, sorry, Man United, of course, has Luke Shaw. They have Tyler Malasia, they have Lenny Euro and Lindelof off. And as for Tottenham, they have Rickarlson and Odegaard that are injured. And if we go into more details, we see Man United have won 24 Premier League home games against Spurs. Only Hassan has beaten an opponent more often at home in the competitions in this competition's history. Uh, then we also see after a run of four straight Premier League defeats against Man United, between 21 and 22, Spurs are now unbeaten in their last games, in their last three games in the league. That is with one win and two draws. We also see Man United have lost 7 of their last 19 home games with 9 wins, 3 draws, including 3 losses to Liverpool in their last, the match recently. They had been unbeaten in 20 at Old Trafford before this current run, which is with 17 wins and 3 draws. But yo, Josh, um, let's go to how both managers are going to set up. Let's look at how Ten Hag is going to set up, and briefly we shall also switch to how, and we see how Ange Postecoglou is also likely to switch up or set up in terms of tactics and formation.
I am not even concerned at all by
You
Tottenham and
should
how
be.
they will set up. I am most interested in how Man United will set up going into the game. If you remember the game that Eric Ten had played first and gave me a feeling that his methods were cutting across into the team was Tottenham. I think at Old Trafford when we won 2-0, Fred scored in that game. It was so beautiful. We dominated the game in every aspect of
Wasn't
it.
that his last season at United?
No, his first Eric Ten Hag's first season.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yeah. But this is a new manager. He plays Ange Postecoglou plays a high line. He has the fastest player in the Premier League in Van der Ven. He can help cover the spaces, even if they are large spaces. He can cover the spaces. He can match Marcus Rashford or Alejandro Garnacho for pace. And for Man United, it's difficult right now because of the squad that we have. The manager is still trying to find the best players in the team. But for me, for
Well,
this one, I think I would drop Amad Diallo.
you drop Amad Diallo.
Yeah,
Well,
I play
I would say,
Marcus Rashford and Alejandro Garnacho.
and who would you put to play in replace? Who would you replace of the two? to take on Amad Diallo's position? Don't tell me Ganacho,
Ganacho.
please. Pick on
Ganacho.
someone else. Oh, Josh,
No,
you're
definitely
very
Ganacho.
predictable. You're so predictable,
Ganacho is on
and that
fire,
shouldn't
and
be. And that he's on fire if he's coming from the left.
no, no, that's a misconception because if you're 18 years old, I mean, if the
No,
manager
Josh.
asks you to play right back, you can play right back.
And Josh, as for me, Man United versus Spurs is going to be an interesting game. I mean, both teams have similar stats to the season. They've both improved, look better in terms of possession, although struggling to convert chances. Spurs did enough to beat Leicester, just like United did enough to beat Palace, but things went otherwise, south or otherwise. Both teams have had very strong halves, especially the first halves, only to drop off in the second half of the games and vice versa. Uh, you know, they've played good, but they're not consistent, if I can put it that way, over the especially if it comes to the full 90 minutes. And both have 7 points, as I've said, one in the 10th, the other in the 11th. Yeah, they could have had 3 or 4 more if they were more clinical in the final third. I mean, with their chances. One more thing, both sides have issues and long way off, but there are signs of improvement. The signs of improvement. We also see both managers who have spent a lot of money. Uh, I mean, and a lot of money in the transfer windows and are under a lot of pressure. But I think Ten Hag is slightly over the edge when it comes to pressure. Trust me, he's not breathing. I don't know how
No,
he's even
you
going
are
to sleep.
not breathing. You are
The
not
only
breathing over.
advantage,
I think Man United fans who want Ten Hag out are the ones who
see,
are under pressure.
Ten Hag has
They're
an
the ones who
advantage
are
of
under
one extra
pressure.
season. So more is needed from him, Josh. This year. That's why I'm saying things are
Yeah,
a little
it's not
bit.
even it's not May yet, so I don't know why you're drawing these conclusions. But for me, the game proper. I mean, you look at the players that Man United have, and look at the players that Tottenham have. You can say that it was a good thing that
I don't,
Solanke got his
Kulusu,
first goal, and Madison also scored. So maybe the
Josh,
players are
Kulu,
coming back. Yeah,
how do you pronounce the name? Kulusevski?
Kulusevski.
Yeah, yeah, and Dallo plus Levy are having underrated season so far. By the way, very very good players. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
trying to watch some Spurs games, but to me those are the players to pick out. Okay, Josh, we're still on the tactics.
Son might be out. Son might be out.
The
He's
captain.
not fully paid. Yeah. Postecoglou
Well,
said in the presser that he has to push and see if
that
he
is a
could
trick.
make it on Sunday. So he has to push tomorrow and see if he could
That
make
is
it
a
on
trick.
Sunday. Yeah, but
That is a trick, Josh.
Son is a very decent player. But I know the fragility with which you take Man United at the moment. You're not certain. It's not a sense of security in you for Man United to go into games. You don't know if Man United has it in itself to get a win. But for me, I do believe that if we play, I do believe that if we play players like De Ligt at the back, Lisandro
Mhm.
Martinez at the back, Dallo and Mazraoui, and then we play in midfield. We play. Oh my God, Bruno! Oh my
But
God, Bruno! What do we
Josh,
do with Bruno?
Ten Hag has to get something right. Especially when it comes to the subs. The subs have been ruining any of the balance that United could have had. I mean, recently, Holland needs service, and Amad Diallo has been United's most creative player this season. By the way,
Who?
Amad Diallo.
No way.
Yeah, he has been United's
No
most creative player. I'm being Josh. Amad Diallo has
mm.
been United's most creative player this season, by a long
Statistic.
way. And yeah, statistics, maybe I don't have them right now, but I'm telling you. However,
No,
see,
I don't
Ten
think he
Hag,
has been.
see, Ten Hag has subbed on Holland, okay, and
Yeah,
in the same sentence taken off Amad Diallo. Now you don't expect I mean, you don't expect the striker to get really a lot of service if he's been taken off. Then you see, I mean, personally, I would love to see Ahmad Diallo, Zakzi, and Holland play together. You remember, as Sinan said last time, I would love to see the
yeah.
three play together. I think they would thrive so well. They would bring up good numbers. They would put more
Nah,
pressure on the
I
enemy,
am I am
on the
one of
opponent.
those. I'm one of those fans who is not really confident about Ahmad Diallo. I mean, if we have
Why?
I sorry, not Ahmad Diallo, Rasmus Hoyland. I mean, the way Zagzi is playing right now, I would rather have
No, but I'm
Zagzi
saying
in
both
the
of them
team.
playing together. Rasmus could
Yeah,
be up front, okay?
them playing together
Uh,
would mean them playing
oh, oh,
together would mean dropping
by the,
Bruno Fernandes.
no, no, no,
And
no, 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 Josh. They could have.
yes,
Let me see. Hold up. They could have. Which they could have a 3-5-2 formation.
3-5-2
Yeah,
to just to accommodate Rasmus Hoyland.
yeah. I mean, two players. You have two strikers up front. I mean, anyway, you know how manage. I know he can always pull it off because I mean, Dalot would really thrive in such a game. He's a very. We've seen him play as an inverted. I mean, he comes from the other side, goes into the midfield, plays as a wing back, comes back as a full left back. So I mean, anything to accommodate the two players, that would really be nice. I would love to see them play together, Amad Diallo and Zax on the pitch. Although I don't see that happening, but I'd love to see the two players play together.
I'm
I don't
actually
know.
very confident. I'm actually very confident in this Man United squad. I may
Mm,
not have it to the T that these are the players that will start to on Sunday's game, but I do believe any of the players that we do have in our squad right now, if they are passed by the manager to start the game, they should be in good enough shape to help United get the win, because either of the players you're mentioning up front could start the game and they could actually flourish. I don't have a problem with Rasmus Hoyland, with Amad Diallo, with Garnacho, with Rashford, with Zagzi. But at the moment, the way that we are playing, you see that Joshua Zagzi is very important to the team, because he gets in these pockets of space, and he's very comfortable on the ball. He plays the ball so quickly. Things with Joshua Zagzi happen so quick. He does not dilly-dally on the ball. He does not waste a lot of time thinking where he's going to play. Before the ball even comes to him, he knows
I
the
love
pass
his
that he's going
touch.
to make. Yeah,
Mm,
so he has a very great first touch. And Rasmus Hoyland, for me, he has a very, very heavy touch. His first
yeah.
touch
Oh
is
yeah, he
poor.
does. His first touch
Yeah,
is
his
very,
first
very
touch
poor.
is poor. And when you're a striker, everything about that position is your first touch, because Zaxi has orientation touches, where he gets the ball to the side of the pitch that he wants to go, or he makes a touch and he changes his body and faces goal. Whereas Rasmus Hoyland will just have to chase the ball all the time. I mean, his first touch is as good as Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, we've seen United. I mean, in 3 games without a victory. Uh, no, I'm just saying, if they were to run a run of 3 games without a victory, would pile more pressure on Eric Ten Hag. Okay, because
There is no
bro,
pressure on Eric Ten
he's
Hag.
yet to convince. No, I'm telling you, I'm saying a run of 3 games without victory.
There is no
Uh,
pressure on Eric Ten Hag. The pressure is on the fans and the media and everyone
yeah,
who is not watching the space at Man United, who actually thinks that Eric Ten Hag is under pressure. Yes, the pressure for the manager to go. I mean, what how do you think this happens in your Bucks? Eric Ten Hag in the summer, they buy for him all the players that they think are right for the
More
system
reason,
that he wants.
the more
They
reason that
renew
Ten
his,
Hag has even to
they
win. He
renew
has to make
they
sure he
renew his
wins.
contract. Wait, they renew his contract. Then after 5 games, they fire him. How stupid can they be? I
Oh,
don't think they
Josh,
can do
do not
such
be.
a thing.
Josh, if Ten Hag loses the game against
Yeah,
Spurs, okay, he loses because I think he's playing Spurs. He has after he has FC Porto in the Europa.
yeah.
Yeah. Then I'm forgetting the other team. Yes, three. If he loses the next 3 games, Josh, I'm telling you, he's going.
No,
He's going. If he loses the next
no.
3 games, Josh, he's going.
Let's not even debate that. It cannot happen.
He's okay. Okay, let's look at Christian
First of all,
Romero, who's
Manchester United cannot lose those games.
well.
But
I mean,
nonetheless, even if
they have
it did,
7 points
let
out
me
of
tell you
5 games,
something. Let me tell you
which is a
something.
very, very
You and
poor.
your English media friends, you have a calendar and you're ticking off days that
Yeah,
Eric Ten
because we
Hag has
wish
stayed
and
at
we
the
want
club.
Manchester United to
No,
perform
no,
well,
no,
Josh.
you don't. No, you don't. It's
We
not
wish
about
and we want.
Manchester United. It's about Eric Ten Hag not managing Manchester United. But since Alex Ferguson left, can you believe people still talk about Manchester United in the breath of Alex Ferguson? And the game ends, and you hear people doing commentary and these so-called analysts. They're telling you that this is not the Man United way. They used to have Gary Neville and come on, look at what you have now.
Yeah,
Look
Josh.
at what you have now. As in, what are
Maybe
you
it's because
talking
the
about?
manager is not trying.
So
As I said,
Ole
his
Gunnar
ego.
Solskjaer was okay. Look, Louis Van
Josh,
Gaal
earlier
was
on
not
I said
trying.
his subs have been off. His substitutions have been completely off.
Wait,
They've been ruining and
David
messing up
Moyes.
everything.
David Moyes was not good enough.
No,
Louis Van
well,
Gaal was not good
one
enough.
would argue that Moyes was not back.
Jose Mourinho was
One
not
would
good enough.
oh,
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was not good
Mourinho won
enough.
the Europa, Josh, for you.
Ralph Ragnick was not good enough.
Please do not put Mourinho in the same sentence with Eric Ten Hag or with any of the managers you've mentioned.
But Eric Ten Hag has won 2 trophies in the 2 seasons he's been at the club.
Okay, and we are not rather we are not saying otherwise, but I'm saying if he loses the game against Spurs, pressure is going to
Yeah,
pile up on
that's what
Eric
you
Ten
were
Hag.
saying. That's what you were saying with Mourinho.
Because Spurs looks like
Every day,
Spurs
every day
looks good,
Mourinho
Josh.
spent at United. Every day Mourinho spent at United. That was the talk. I mean,
No,
today is going to leave. Today is
Josh,
going to leave. If he loses, he will leave. If as in he
Josh.
spent the 18 months plus.
Meanwhile, Josh, you're saying all that. Let me show you the good side of Postecoglou. Meanwhile, they did overcome Brentford last time in the Premier League. Okay,
Yeah,
picking up also a win, beating Karabag 3-0 in the what in the Europa. Man United
yeah.
failed. It was a draw 1-1 against FC 20. I mean, that's what you should do when you meet teams that have grasshopper names. Do not forget there's also grasshopper FC or something. But yeah, we see
But
Christian Romero will
first of
be
all, FC
returning.
20 is a better team than
Christian
Karabakh.
Romero will be returning from the suspension in his European. I mean, of course, Europa. Then Madson, Pedro are all expected to start, having been rested in the midweek. Then maybe we are all worried about Son, as he said earlier. He was forced off against Karabag with fatigue. Yeah, of course, as I've already mentioned, William Odebat and Ricardson are also out injured. Altogether, just head to head, Man United 96 wins, 51 draws, and Tottenham 54 wins. Okay,
Yeah.
but in this case, of course, the gods are on the side of Manchester United. Who is to win? It looks like the
No,
gods are giving Manchester United, but do not be surprised if they mess that up. They are so good at messing things up. But
no,
let's move on, Josh.
there, there's no game. There's no game that Man United goes into without the gods wanting Man United to win the game. The gods are always on United side. It's just that of recent, when things have even started to look better, we've been a bit unlucky in front of goal. But for me, I insist that our players must take responsibility and they start taking these
Yeah,
chances
that is
away.
true. Now I
You know,
hear you.
it
Now
would
you're
be
talking.
one thing. It would be one thing if a team was playing and they were not creating any chances. Then you would say that the manager is at fault. But a manager who sets up a team and it creates 15 chances in a game, I mean, you cannot
That
blame him
doesn't count, Josh, if they do
much
not
until
score.
you
That
you
doesn't
just
count if
have
they, that
you
doesn't
just have
count
to look.
if they don't win.
If Yeah, if they don't win, then you look at the players that you have. I told you once before that it will be very difficult for Man United to win games the way you think they would be winning because of the front three that we have. You cannot have Alejandro Garnacho, Amad Diallo, and Rasmus Højlund leading your line, as in where the goals going to come from. Those are players who may be able to give you 6 goals a season. So, I mean, my insistence on playing Marcus Rashford is because I do believe that he's better than the players at United up front. And if he gets in his element, he could be a player who actually gives us much more than the other players because he has played seasons before where he has scored 20 goals and 30 goals, though the seasons were far between, but at least he has done it before. So you do think that this is a player at worst who can give you at least 15 goals. I
Okay,
wouldn't, I wouldn't, I wouldn't
Josh.
take Marcus Rashford out because I need him to be confident enough to give us
Thank
much
you.
more.
Thank you once again, Josh. Yeah, guys, Sports Judge, thank you so much for streaming. Isaac and Josh, Manchester United versus Tottenham at Old Trafford, the preview. Uh, Josh, let's move on. Let's talk about the one of that interesting part of the stream. That is the predicted lineup. Let's go, Man United.
Yeah, Man
Yeah,
United,
you have
Onana in
Onana.
goal.
Yeah,
Onana in goal, Dallo, Mazraoui, Delict, and Lisandro Martinez. Then I
and in
would
the
have
midfield.
Ugarte, Kobe Mainu, and Bruno Fernandes.
Okay,
Then I would have Joshua Zagzi, Alejandro
leading the line.
Garnacho, and
Yeah.
Marcus Rashford.
Still, I think you mean Alejandro Garnacho replacing Amadiello coming in from
Yeah,
the right
yeah,
wing, right?
yeah. Garnacho replacing Amad Diallo.
Well,
I
let me
mean,
give you my.
these players should compete for places. These players should actually come out there and fight for the badge. They should bury their chances. I mean, if you're given opportunities to play so many games and you are not at it, I mean, just get someone else who might score. I even at this point, I even hope that Anthony is in the right state of mind and the manager just throws a spanner in the works. You never know that maybe Anthony has built
What do you think?
himself up to
What do you think
levels.
about? Josh, sorry. What do you think about the recent? You mean rather fans arguing and saying Bruno Fernandes should be benched? I
That's
mean, that
all
could also work.
rubbish. That's
That,
all rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I do
okay.
understand that he's a bit fatigued and he would maybe need a rest, but this is not the game to rest a player like Bruno Fernandes. Actually, a player like Bruno Fernandes is made for moments like this. He
Mm,
thrives on the big occasion, and when you look at the Manchester United side, he's the player who has been most at the club. I don't think. I mean the starting 11. Oh, Marcus Rashford. Yeah, Marcus Rashford. But Marcus Rashford has never looked like the leader on the pitch. Bruno Fernandes right now looks like he's a player who leads by example. I mean, sometimes he can get carried away in such heated games, and he's all over the place. But I think the presence of Manuel Ugarte would bring some calm to the midfield, and he will
mm,
actually just do his job. He's very decent creating chances, and I couldn't believe whether that was statistically right for Matt Diallo to have created the most chances at the club, because Bruno Fernandes almost does not play a game when he
He
does
has
not
crazy
play a game
stats for
where he
Man
does not
United.
create. Yeah, he does. So I was wondering how you were saying that
Ziad,
Amad
Josh, we
Diallo
have
would even.
Ziad in the comment section saying people are tired of Ten Hag.
Nah,
That's why I'm telling you. If he
no,
loses,
I don't
Tuchel
like.
in.
I
If
don't
he
like.
loses,
I don't.
the
I
game
don't like
against
Tuchel.
Spurs, more pressure
I don't
on
think.
him.
I don't think Tuchel is a manager who can reach the heights at a club like Manchester United.
Why not?
Tuchel,
Because he failed at Bayern. Why not, Josh? He can.
yeah, because of from everywhere he has been, we have seen that this is a guy who wants to have his way, and if he's not going to have his way, then he's not going to stick around for too long. I do not want a manager who is just there for the check, and it looks for me, it looks like a manager who is there for the check, and
Mm.
the first chance that he gets that things do not go his way, he's going to walk out, and you cannot hold Ineos hostage for them to do what you want them to do and when you want them to do. I mean, I can tell you something as crazy as Man United, after Ten Hag has built it up and he has left, and he demands for a player like Kylian Mbappe who costs 150 million. Tuchel is the type of manager who would walk away because they failed to bring that manager.
Check. Ziad says. Ziad says
Come
I would
on,
have sacked him
Ziad.
after 20. He's
Come on, Ziad.
he's at it. He says we are wasting time with this fraud. Ten Hag can't either. He goes on further to say there is no one out there that's proven. I would have gone for Flick, but he's gone to back and up. Just remember, I talked about Flick yesterday. Someone did
About
say, okay, on Twitter,
mm,
he said
yeah,
in 10 games, he has already
yeah.
found the identity. Okay, he has created his identity. The team has a structure, the team has a playing style. Okay, and Ten Hag has been here for how long? How many seasons? Three seasons. Okay, now, okay, this we are into his third season, and still players are bang average. I mean, okay, not players, but they are playing bang average football. They have no
Are
style
they?
of play. They're
Now let me
mid.
tell you. That's when I told you that you don't admire
And
your
yes,
neighbor's wife
Ziad is
and you
right.
start.
We are 11th with
You
seven
don't
goals,
admire your
rather
neighbor's wife and
seven
you start
points.
eating. You don't admire your neighbor's wife and you start eating at the neighbor's house. I mean, you're talking about Hansi Flick, but you look at the things that Barcelona does to reach where they are with their product on the pitch. Manchester United needed to have an open heart surgery, which took them way too long. I don't know why you keep saying that we don't have a style of play, because the style of play is very
Well,
clear.
well,
It's the
Ziad
players
says
that
we have a style of play, but it's not a good one. We are too open.
maybe, yeah, maybe I can listen with Ziad. Yeah, maybe I can listen with Ziad. But Ziad, look here. Yeah, I like Amorim too, but Eric Ten Hag is actually even a better manager than Amorim. Um, the style of play that you're saying that it might not be good enough.
Mm.
But for me, I do believe that this season, do not talk about last season. Do not talk about the season before when it came. But talking about this season, the first 6 games, I think United has been a better side. In all the games that we played, we've dominated the games. Yes, in a team that is under transition, things like this are going to happen. It's not going to be very easy for Man United to win games back to back, but I know that when you keep doing and believing in what you're doing, I mean, things will click. And you saw when it clicked at Barnsley in a game no one expected Eriksen to play. We scored 7 goals.
Say,
Yes,
he said after Ten had surgery, spent 570 million. How much more money? But
imagine,
George,
and
how much
that
money does?
imagine if no, imagine we spend 570 mil, as you say, if that is right, and it's still not good enough. That's how
No,
bad Man
Josh.
United was.
Josh, how much has Man United spent? Okay, Ateta. Let's compare Ateta and
Oh my God.
Josh.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Arteta has been at the club for 6 years. He has won nothing. Okay, 2 community shields. And an FA Cup, Unai Emery. left at the semi-finals.
Josh, it's what I was saying. Was it yesterday that before the season when Ineos
Yes,
took over? When Ineos
you
took over,
see,
mm,
no, Ziad, we've won 3 games. We played 6 games. We've drawn one and we've lost two.
yeah, but
It
Josh, it's
is it is
Barnsley, as he
not
said.
bad.
It's Barnsley, Josh.
Yeah,
I mean,
but it's a
anyone is
football
just
game.
like FC
It
20. You
was
see the
FC
way United,
20.
Josh, you see the way United killed the Barnsley game. That's what we
Yes.
expected them to do against rather against FC 20.
So
But bro, they
against
struggled at
FC
Old
20,
Trafford.
okay, please
That was
point
awful.
point out for me, Ziad. Please help Isaac point out for me the problems that you saw with Eric Ten Hag in the game against FC 20. Just help me understand how the fault was for the manager in the game against FC 20,
Josh,
because the
Josh, Josh,
players
Josh.
that we did.
When students are underperforming in a school, the principal is going to take the fault, regardless of whether this one scored, but they almost hit the points. My point is, they brought in an expert when it comes to set pieces. Of course, we see the center backs are improving. The lake looks very, very scary, especially in that area. But I mean, you're having possession. Case study: Crystal Palace. You're creating chances, but you're failing to convert all those chances, and it was horrible. I mean, Crystal Palace, I could have said otherwise because you played so well, although you failed to win. But FC 20, the game against FC 20, Josh, was so embarrassing, very, very embarrassing.
What was embarrassing? The performance.
The performance,
Yeah, the
overall
performance
performance,
was.
Josh.
Come on, we dominated FC 20.
Oh,
Let's be
Josh, that
honest.
that does not count. You know, we're the better team. You know, with this. Do you know the game? Okay, you dominated the team that you didn't even
But
dominate. Squad and
you
equalizer.
used to cry. You used to cry that you didn't like Jose Mourinho, even if he was winning games at Man United, because you wanted the style of play, and now you have the style of play. But
Ziad,
yes,
Ziad
yes, we
says we
didn't.
didn't create many chances
I
against. We had.
agree. I agree. I agree with him. And guess what? The
Mm,
problem that we did have against FC 20, and why we didn't create this plethora of chances, was because for most of the time, the players who were in the positions to create
in your,
chances, they kept giving the ball away. I mean,
Josh,
Bruno Fernandes, Eriksen, Amad Diallo, they
in
were
your
all giving
face.
the ball away. It was only Zaxi who was using this ball very well, because Zaxi tried to find Marcus Rashford on 1 or 2 occasions. But even when Marcus Rashford tried to find him, he just
Josh,
overcooks the ball or undercooks the ball.
I don't
So I
want this
mean,
to go.
how
I
you
don't want this to
say,
go. Sorry, I know you're
yes.
making a point, but Joel, a Man City fan, says in your face, City, City, City. He goes on further to say, I hate Man United and still been more time than fake fans. Uh,
Yeah. I
I
do,
think
I
Ziad
do.
has the same frustrations that I also have. I mean, but Josh, in all honesty, why is Manchester United the 11th after the
Come
money that
on,
has been spent? No, Josh, you have a
yo.
manager who benches a player who's performing so well. I know at one point I was saying let them bench Rashford, but we see he scored a goal against Southampton. Yeah, Barnsley, of course, is it from League Two? Yeah, I mean, not a team to give a lot of thoughts, but Rashford still scored a brace. He could have made a hat trick, but gave the penalty to Anthony, who also needs morale. You know, he wasn't doing so well, so he needed something to boost him up. But the game comes against Crystal Palace, he benches him. Decision
And
making, George.
how did United
I
perform
mean,
in
the
that?
lineup, that's what we're saying. The lineup, his
How did
choices.
United perform in that game?
Well, the
You
Crystal,
just
George,
said
they
that,
performed
yes.
well, but they didn't score. That doesn't count. At the end of the day, it doesn't count. At the end of the
Let me
day,
tell you. Let
it's
me tell
nil
you.
nil.
Uh,
I know they've conceded
from
less
what I
goals.
see, from what
Yeah.
I see with you, it is damned if I do and damned if I don't. Or no matter what Eric Ten Hag does, I mean, you're always going to pick a bone with him. I mean, if tomorrow you predicted lineup starts the game and does not win the game, you're going to say that he needs to leave. He will tell you Ten Hag needs another 300 mil to even
Yeah,
get top
that is
four.
you. He's talking to you. He's talking
But
to you, George.
yeah, he's talking to me. But you're telling me that in September we have already determined who is top four, because United is 11th on the log. For me, I do understand that Manchester United is a team in transition. Yes, it could argue a lot. It could argue a little because, I mean, it has been a long time, and you would think that a manager has been at the club for 3 seasons, and so he must do better. He must be this and that. But when you look closely and you look at the circumstances under which this manager has been at the club, you will realize that this is almost his first season, and I can tell you that in only I have never seen a manager of football who deals with so much off the pitch like this manager has had to deal with. I mean, just uh,
Well,
just
he's
just
bringing that on himself.
no, just a minute. Uh, he quickly started with Alejandro Garnacho in pre-season, where he saw that the boys' attitude was wanting. But remember that same preseason, Ronaldo left at some point, and the gaffer said that everyone left the left early. Then he had Ronaldo's situation to deal with. Then he had Marcus Rashford. He had Garnacho again. I mean,
That
there's
is not
been
an
just
excuse, Josh. If
I
it
am
was
not
his
making
first season,
excuses. You
if it
see,
was his
when you
first
call them,
season, you know he
when
has
you
been
call them,
backed in every
no, no,
season.
no. You see,
He has
when you
been
call them
backed in every
excuse,
season.
when you call them excuses, it's as if you're saying these things didn't happen and they're not factual. But these are facts that I'm telling you that can
You're also going to say last
undermine the
season
progress at the club. Even Palace,
injuries,
we
right?
played well for the first. Glasner brought on Lamar, and we created nothing in the second half.
That is true. Second
Yeah,
half, that was a very good calculated move from Glasner. Very,
yeah,
very
yeah,
good
yeah, yeah. He
calculated
did.
move
He
bringing
did
on
bring on
Lamar.
Lamar, but I mean, even in second half, we did create one or two chances. We
Mm.
created a lot of chances to win 2 games.
Yeah, see, Brenda says, I love Man United, but Ten Hag makes poor decisions. Josh, I'm not alone. So far, no one is
I
in your corner.
No, 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 no.
She
They don't have to
goes
be in
on
my
to say,
corner.
glory,
I do.
glory, Man United.
Yeah, that's the spirit, though. I don't really want. I'm not looking for people to be in my corner, but for me, I see things in a different way, and the way that I see what is going on at Man United. I would rather have stability than um, um, a manager who is going to come in to win a game.
Yeah, Ziad goes on to say,
Yeah,
Eze had two
Eze.
chances. Josh, you remember what I said? We
No,
had
what
a
did
lot
you
of
say?
chances. Man United had a lot of chances. The game
Yes,
against Crystal Palace, they had very many touches in the final, in their final, okay, in the final third, in other words, in Crystal Palace's box. But Crystal Palace got, was it two, rather, I think 4 chances, good ones on
two,
target. Those
two.
2 chances, I mean, on target, yeah, 2 on target. Overall, there were 4 or 5, but 2 on target, both from Eze. I'm telling you, they had killed
They
Man United. They had
they killed.
killed Man United. Even no, I'm
What do you
saying they
mean
had
had
killed.
killed? So why are
If
you not talking about the
if Eze
plethora of
had scored,
chances that
Josh,
we
it was
had in
going
the
to be
first
a
half?
wrap. It was going to wash away
If
all the good
so,
game Man
if Man
United.
United had scored in the first half, we would have had 7.
Okay. So
So those chances would not have mattered. So why are you talking about if? But when we go back to and just the analysis of ETH,
yeah.
for me, like I told you, it is going to be it is damned if I do and damned if I don't, because these poor decisions, you see them. I don't know from where you see this, you see that. Yes, I'm too positive because of yeah, I may be even delusional, but for me, I would think that the player, the fans who are delusional are the ones who expect Man United to win the Champions League.
No, Josh, I agree with Ziad. See, people are running out of patience. I'm telling you,
Why
bro.
are you running out of patience?
Ten Hag has been backed. He has been backed by the Glazers. Now he's being backed by Ineos. He's been backed every season. Okay, we understand the first season. Okay, he played well. He finished what the second, correct? Last
Can
season, at his worst, where we thought he was really going to lose, he beat Manchester City to grab or win the FA. Very good, congratulations. But go, Josh, look at this season. Somewhere Zia did talk about Emery. Okay, the Aston Villa manager. They qualified for Champions League, and as we speak right now, they are trying to show it wasn't a mistake for them to qualify. You can see the position that they are in. They are playing
So
very
that
well.
means your positions are not
Now,
picked up in
do you
May.
know why I'm saying this?
So
Because
the
at
positions are
times you
not
say, Josh, at times you
picked
say,
up in May. So for
at
me, I
times
don't
you bring
understand where all
excuses.
this rubbish is
At
coming
times you
from.
bring excuses and say it's because
I
we've
told you,
had
whenever you
new
call them
players. We have
excuses,
Lenny Euro. Okay,
whenever
I
you
understand he's
call them
benched.
excuses,
No,
it
it's
is
you.
it's
It's you,
your
Josh. At times
no. Whenever you call them
recently,
excuses, it's
Josh.
your interpretation
Recently, you've
of what
said
happened.
Manchester United, rather, in other Ten Hag, the players need to gel. We have the late Mazarawi, we have Manuel Ugarte, Lenier. Okay, of course, he's in the sick.
But
But
for
who
you,
else?
it doesn't matter.
Joshua
As in,
Zakzi.
you
But
must
no,
win
no. Listen,
against
listen, listen. This is where I'm coming, Josh. Aston Villa has players, new players. Aston Villa has new players. They're already clicking, Josh. No
yeah.
excuses. They're
How
in the
many? How
first top
many?
three.
Aston Villa has 5 new players,
They have more than five. I think they have six or seven.
and
But
they're all
see the
playing in the
position.
first team. They're playing in the
Y-
first team.
It's up to the manager to set it. It's either you bring them slowly you
Yeah.
integrate them
Okay.
into the team
Okay.
slowly
Okay.
by slowly,
Okay. Check
or
out.
you bring them all together, or you don't play.
Okay.
It's
Give me
up
a
to you how you
lineup.
set up your team.
For the past 5 games that we played, 6 games that we played, give me a lineup of Man United without the 5 players that we signed.
Uh, without the, of course, okay. Yeah,
I'll
Lenier is
wait.
benched.
I'll wait.
Just wait. Lenier has been benched. The game against Crystal Palace. Who didn't start? Okay, he played. Josh, they played.
You see what I'm
Josh,
telling you.
no, no,
What I'm
but Josh,
telling
it's
you.
what I'm trying to say.
What are you
Unai
saying?
has been also doing the same thing. He has been playing players. It's how you set up the team. You as the manager, okay? He says, yeah, Ziad says you keep on blaming the players, but the brother, we buy new players every window. That's what I've been saying. Ten Hag is being backed
Actually,
almost every window.
Ziad. First, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Um, Ziad, look here. You see, we've been buying players every window. That's what a club
Mm.
like Manchester United should do. We should find players every season to improve ourselves. Villa had to sell Douglas Lewis, their best midfielder, and they're still good and still above us. Yeah, but for me, unlike you, I
They
mean,
also sold one
you
other player
you're
to Saudi.
interested in
I'm forgetting.
positions in September, but for me, it is not very important to have positions in September. I mean, I would rather have the better positions in I would rather be more interested in positions at the end of the season. But right now, it is too soon. I just hope that United starts to um, pick up points so they can ready themselves up for a better position on the log. But there's no crisis at United that you want to make me believe that there's such a crisis that Eric Ten Hag has done so bad that in
Uh,
the past 5 games, I
you
mean,
really have faith
United
in
should
Ten
be
Hag.
United should be number one on the log, or it should be above Aston Villa. You must know that the progress of the two teams is totally different. Aston Villa is coming off a life-changing season under Unai Emery, where they finished fourth, and United is coming off a season where maybe a season to forget, where
Oh yeah, that is one to forget.
they had so many injuries and stuff like that that they would never get patterns and routines to win football games. But for me, because I do understand this, I can accept the fact that this is a season for the manager to actually build a squad that is formidable enough to finish top four.
Well, Ziad goes on to say Ten Hag has really lowered the standards. But Josh, after 5 games,
No,
Manchester
I mean,
United is
now
sitting.
let me tell you
Listen,
some. Let me tell you some. There's a
not
time.
even in
There's
the
a
top
time.
10,
There's a
bro.
time. there's a time under Alex Ferguson where United had played, I think, 7 games, and I think we were 12th. We were on the other side of the table. But for me, there was no alarm because I knew that these players, this one will come and this one will come and this one will get fitter and this. But you can argue that times have changed and all the teams have stepped up and they have a bit of money so they can be able to compete. So I do agree with Ziad. I mean, you have to do better. Even me, I want Eric Ten Hag to do better, but you cannot tell me I can't buy into that rubbish of Eric Ten Hag must go because we drew a game against FC20. That's just rubbish.
Anyway, Josh, predict the lineup for Spurs. For me, I would go, of course, Vicario, Poro, Romero, Van der Ven, Udogi, Madison, Bentancur, Kulu, Kulsev. Man, that name really disturbs me. Kulsevski. Then you have, of course, you have Son. I think Son is going to play. He's going to play Solanke and Johnson. And as for Manchester United, I would have Onana in the goal. I would have the left back as Dallo since the other all injured. And Dallo, by the way, is mastering the left back position. Then the right back, Mazarawi, one of the most underrated signings of the season, even for Man United. Then, of course, right center back, the Ligt, left center back. You have the Butcher, Lisandro Martinez. In the midfield, surprising, I would love to have Casemiro. I know Casemiro didn't perform so well against Crystal Palace, but I think I would love to have two players playing deep. That is Casemiro. He's very good at protecting the back. Casemiro and Manuel Ugarte going Casemiro. Actually, no, Josh, Ugarte and Ericsson. I would love to see that. Ugarte, Ericsson, and of course Bruno Fernandes in front of them. Then I have Ahmad Diallo for me coming as a right winger, Ganacho, and that's a tricky one. I think I'd have Rashford playing up front.
So,
I would have
oh,
Rashford
okay.
playing up front. Yeah, I would have
I
Rashford
mean, I
playing up
mean,
front.
if Eric Ten Hag did that, you wouldn't say that why stop Zagzi? Yeah, everyone is fit.
Uh,
Actually, Ziad, please give us your predicted lineup or the one you would rather play.
Ten Hag isn't playing Euro over Delict, so that's
No,
a pointless
Euro is not
conversation.
fit yet.
Yeah. Euro is not fit yet.
Lenny
He's still
Euro is
injured.
not fit.
Would happily lose against Spurs. Oh my god. He says, yo,
Yeah,
uh, people are tired of Ten Hag. He would
yeah,
happily lose
but
against Spurs if it means Ten Hag getting sacked or getting the sack.
yeah, don't worry. Olgana Solskjaer wants to come back.
Yeah. Oh, I saw. No, he was just asked in an interview, would you
And
go
he
back
also
if
just
Manchester
said that
United
he's
called you?
open to it.
Yeah, he said.
But believe you
Uh,
me, there's no Masraoui, Delete, Martinez, Ugarte, Mino, Bruno, Rashi, Ganacho, Zaxi. Yeah,
that is almost the one you pick.
and
Oh,
and
it's
you,
the
that is
same.
what Ten Hag. It's the same. That's the one I picked. That's what Ten
Yeah.
Hag will pick. Then you, which one will
No.
you pick?
Who, me?
Not, I mean Ziad.
No, I think
Which
that's
one would
his
you
even
rather?
still.
No, he said
That's
that's what
his.
Ten Hag will pick.
It will be
Oh my
Tuchel,
God! Oh
Thomas,
my God! Look at the
Potter.
t-shirts there. Atituko, Thomas Frank, Amorim, Graham Potter. Oh my God! All are upgrade over this cloud.
I
Oh
really
my
don't know
God!
why Potter failed to click at Chelsea. I don't get it. I don't know. He's a
Yeah,
very good manager, by the
yeah.
way.
Those are small managers. Those are all small managers.
No, Josh, not Thomas.
Oh, Tuko, maybe Tuko is there.
Yeah.
But this
No,
Thomas Frank and Potter, I like Amorim a lot. I like Amorim a lot. I like the things that he does, but until he comes to Man United and he's told by ex players after a game that those days in the 90s, Gary Neville would keep the pitch wide. Very wide. I mean, he would cross the ball to it. There are no crosses. Man United is not crossing. What rubbish is that? Look at the football that you're playing right now and appreciate the game as
uh-uh.
it is.
Uh-uh. That that is when I let Zia take over. Well, once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Sports, just subscribe and like, share our videos. Our account is back, guys. Yeah, we had lost our account. It's back. We are back. So please, yeah, stream more subscribers. And Josh, let's go to the players to look out for in the game. But I see Ziad is still saying my pick: Onana, Dallo, Delict, Martinez, Mazarawi, Ugarte Maino, Ericsson, Ahmad, and Holland and Rashi. Ah,
Okay. Yeah. Please take a screenshot so you know.
uh, no, no.
Take a screenshot so you know because
Ericsson, mine. Oh, Ericsson ahead of Bruno Fernandez. As I was
yeah,
saying
yeah,
earlier,
yeah.
people are
That's
dropping.
good. That's good. That's a good
People are,
one. That's a good one.
yo, people are
That's a good
dropping
one.
Bruno
It's
Fernandez.
Hoyland. It's Hoyland who is a bit suspect, but I can see why you have the three of the front three that you have. It's unfortunate Ganacho cannot make it, but those are very fast players. Hoyland is super fast, and Rashi is fast, and Amad Diallo is fast, and we're going to play against a team that plays a high line. So, I mean, those are all players who can run in behind.
Yeah, yeah, Holland is good. Josh, although I don't understand, man. Okay, I
Hoyland
know
has a
maybe he's
very
having,
fast, a very heavy touch.
yeah, heavy touch, but it's good when it comes to
No,
those
he's
tap
good.
ins.
He's good.
He's
He's
good
good.
when
There
the
are
ball
things
is
that he
there.
does, but I question his movement and his first touch is so poor. He needs to work
Yo,
on it.
out of 164 appearances for Bruno Fernandes, he has 54 goals. Okay. Of course, when it comes to wins, 86 wins, 40 losses. He has 42 assists. I mean, 54 goals and 42 assists only in the Premier League. Bruno Fernandes has some numbers to
Yeah,
back up
but
why he starts.
is that
Although he
type
needs
of
to sit
player?
out, he needs to sit
Is
out
that
a game or two, because
he's that type of player?
Ericsson gave out the goal against FC 20, but he shouldn't have been taken off. I mean, substituted. I think Fernandez should have been taken off. Uh, he has a good conversion rate. That is true. Rasmus Holland has a very good conversion. You see, last season he had altogether 16 goals. Considering that he was injured, he barely played. Uh, then I say, why do you think Ten Hag is Josh? Why do you think Ten Hag is good? That is a question for you.
Um, yeah, because he does understand football and he's a winner. He's a manager
Uh,
who
don't say
likes
he's a
to.
winner, Josh.
He is not.
No, this season.
He is. This season
Let me put a curveball.
there's nothing to win yet.
Josh,
There's
Josh,
nothing
Josh.
to win yet. I mean, just wait when the please let me give Ziad uh, um a few thoughts about why I think Eric Ten Hag, or why I think Eric Ten Hag is good, or why I think Eric Ten Hag is the best manager for the club at the moment. But let me start with why I think he's good, because I like the patterns of play that Eric Ten Hag has. I mean, his methods have not yet. We've not had a chance at United to
Mm,
fully see the methods of Eric Ten Hag, but you can see that. Coming into the Premier League, he adapted to the style that the Premier League requires, and because he realized quickly that he needs a bit of fast players who are even a bit strong. But I like the fact that he can build from the back. He's a manager who wants to win at all costs. He's a manager who is very detailed in the things that he does on the pitch. I know sometimes we do ask him to be a bit pragmatic, and United is not being played through, but because of the players that he has, so you can say maybe he was not good last season because with all the problems he kept playing a chaotic style of football, which he thought would give him an edge over teams because he could not build properly since he didn't have the players. But now he has the players. The players can do the routines. I like the overloads. I like the interchanges of play. I like how Zagzi and Bruno Fernandes are instructed to find pockets of space on the pitch. I mean, for me, what I've seen this season is good. Is good.
Well, I see Ziad says Mount is good. By the way, there is also Mason Mount. He's a
Yeah.
winner.
Oh.
Josh, he said he's a winner. Ten Hag is
Oh.
a winner, and he's asking you. He has won in 9 games. I think he's talking about the Europa.
One win. Which win? Ten Hag's.
Europa, Copenhagen. He's talking about Copenhagen. He out
But
of 9 games, he has only one win.
yes, as
How is
in
he a winner then?
those are useless stats. Those are useless
No,
stats. I
no,
mean,
Josh,
yeah,
they are
those
not
are
useless.
useless stats. They are useless stats. They're intended to draw this picture that, oh, this guy is just too horrible. I mean, look, he's won once in 9 games, but we've just fucking talked about what happened the whole of last season. I mean,
See,
this is a season that we played without the players that we needed.
well, he says because he won the Carabao against Newcastle and scrapped a semi-final win against Coventry on penalty. Oh man, I remember that too. Then it says in Europe his record is terrible. He ain't winning us a league. So this is a guy. This is so. How is this guy a winner?
in
Uh,
management in
Even
management
that
of
Copenhagen
football
game,
in
Onana saved
management
the
of
penalty.
football Ziad, in management of football, a winner is a manager who lifts silverware at the end of the season. How he got it, we don't want to know,
Okay,
but
Josh,
we
let's
know
go
that
real
a
quick.
winner is not
Real
a
quick,
winner is one who wins silverware at the end of the season. I bet you
Josh,
would
real
say
quick.
Ateta is a winner.
Players to look out for. Players to look out for on both sides.
We have to pick from the lineups that we've made.
Yeah, players to look out for.
Yeah,
Manchester United first. Mm.
Rashi, Ganacho, Delict, and Manuel Ugarte,
Those are your players to
because
look out.
he has to
And
look after
and
that. He
Spurs,
has to look after that midfield. In Spurs, I think Madison, Dominic
Madison,
Solanke, yeah, Dominic
yeah,
Solanke, Madison, and Udoji,
and the guy,
Pedro Poro,
yeah, oh Pedro,
Kulusevski,
yeah,
Kulusevski.
Kulusevski, yeah. He's also one to look out for. Josh, I think you can
Definitely,
also,
he's so good on the ball. He has a
I think you can
technical
add
ability out of this
Joshua
world.
Zaxi. You never know. He might turn up. It looks like he might turn up. Our lowest finish in Premier League history, by the way, eighth. He just
All
is hitting you
rubbish,
points. He's
all
hitting you
rubbish.
points. Madson, yeah, Spurs, Madson, as Rashi. Uh, then Ten Hag. Josh, you have someone Ten Hag in. At least you have someone
Yeah,
that is
yeah, yeah,
supporting you.
yeah, 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 my man. No,
He
but
says Ten
Ziad,
Hag in.
honestly, the things you're talking about, all the things I know, I do understand as a football fan, you can hate the manager so much for the pain that he causes you when you're watching the games that you do watch.
He says the
Yeah.
guy saying Ten Hag in is being sarcastic.
Yo,
By the way,
Ziad
he
is
says
on a
Ten Hag,
roll.
my love. Ten Hag, he says his name is Ten Hag, my love. He's true. He might be right. By the way, he could be being sarcastic because even on Twitter, a
Yo,
lot of
Ziad, the thing that you're talking about, the thing that here is Ten Hag better than Ateta because he has won 2 trophies. Yo, Ateta has been at the club for 6 seasons, yo. Six
and
seasons. 6 seasons and won 2 community shields. Good
so in other words, he's not better than Ateta.
good guy. What a guy. 6 seasons.
Uh,
And you want you
I
you
think
can't
he's right.
wait
By the way,
you can't
yo,
wait to let go of a guy in a year, but
now he
six
says,
seasons imagine 6 seasons.
how do you rate Ten Hag genuinely? And I don't get it. You see, yeah, rather you see us lose and you're happy. And he's
No,
right
no, no,
about
no, no,
the
no,
Ten Hag, my
no,
love guy. I think he's being
no, no, no.
sarcastic. I see the comments.
Yeah. But
Ateta protective. He hit 89 points. Can Ten Hag hit 80? Bro,
yeah,
in my
after five
dreams.
seasons, after 5 seasons, Ateta got 89 points after 5 seasons. As in,
No,
what
Josh,
good
we're
was
talking
that?
currently,
What good
currently
was
right
that?
now.
Second, I tell you, you're talking about 89 points and you're talking about currently. What does that mean?
Josh, he had
As in, can
89
you
points,
yeah, can you
2 points
accumulate?
behind
Can you
City,
can you
two
accumulate
points behind
89?
City,
Can you
two
accumulate
points,
89 points?
2 points behind City, six
Can you
goals
accumulate
behind City.
89 points in 5 games?
Of
We've
course
just
not,
played
Josh.
5 games of the league.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
so I
Ziad
mean,
is right.
yeah,
Ziad is right. Ten Hag, my love, is trolling. We need more Ajax players.
yeah. We need the right players. We shall trust our own process.
Trust the process. Ten Hag, protective, hit 89 points. Can Ten Hag? No, he cannot. I think, yeah, that's the
He
one. This is the one I was saying. Barcelona choosing Ten Hag or Ateta if they had to choose. 100% Ateta. 120%. Add on the 20, although it doesn't exist.
why
120%.
why would Barcelona what is
No, he
Barcelona a
just brought a
yardstick of
scenario
football?
if they were to
Yeah, but
pick
is
right
Barcelona
now.
a yardstick of football?
No,
As in,
they're
so why
not.
would
But
I say Barcelona?
no, he
Is it a
said,
yardstick of football?
Josh,
It's like, okay,
okay.
would Brighton take Pep Guardiola or Mikel Arteta? I mean, Brighton is not a yardstick of football.
Exactly. They are choosing Ateta. They are choosing Ateta. Yeah, that's what I also just told him.
But who tells you Ten
Uh,
Hag would want to go anyway? He's here to
who?
stay.
No, Josh. I'm
At-
telling you, if he's not serious, he's not.
Arteta
December,
is
he's
shit. This
wrapping
is
it up.
his sixth season.
He's
Sixth
getting
season.
sacked in
Sixth
December if he's not
season.
serious. He's
You've
getting
sacked him.
sacked in
You've
December.
sacked him for 2 years now, and he's still here.
Well, I'm saying Ten Hag is getting sacked if he's not serious
You've
because
sacked
it's
him for
been
two
awful.
years now, and he's still here. So
Yeah, he says he goes on to say Barca finished eighth, but they won the Copa del Rey. Their fans will. Oh yeah, if yeah, that is true. By the way, man, Barca players do not play. Rather, Barca fans
and
do
guess
not play.
and guess where they play? In a league that has two teams.
What comment? What comment is he talking about? He says, "Where did you
Look for
skip
it.
my?"
Look for it. Look for it.
He's trolling. I told you he's trolling.
It's okay. No, come on with the troll though. But Ateta is
he,
crap though.
he's a Liverpool. You see, he says this Gus is Ten Hag. He's a Liverpool fan. By the way, Liverpool won 5-1. Liverpool is doing so good under Anslot. By the way, Ziad, I think you have a point.
Don't even
Josh,
talk about Liverpool here
Anslot,
now.
no, Anslot, just, I know.
Wait, what are you
Yeah,
talking about?
yeah, Manchester United. No, I'm just saying they won
No,
5-1.
yeah. You say on another day.
If we're in La Liga, he wouldn't even finish top five.
If wishes were horses,
Uh,
beggars would ride.
Josh. But yeah, Josh, overall, as I was saying, Ten Hag has more pressure. Uh, and if
No, the pressure is with people like Ziyad because Ziyad expects United to win the Champions League. So I mean, in his mind, anything other than the win that he wants to see on a night, he doesn't care about the details in the team, and that's just like you. Because yes, and it is okay to be a football fan like that because we want different things. For you, when Man United is playing, you don't
is it
care
wrong for me to want my club
about.
to win, Josh?
No, not at all. That's what I'm saying. As in,
Is
you
it wrong for
don't
me to
really,
point out the wrongs that the manager is doing? If I
you
say his
cannot point out,
substitutions have been
you cannot,
off, if I
you
say
cannot
his,
point out the wrongs. For you, for as
Josh,
long as the substitutions have
is
not
it wrong
resulted
me as a
into,
fan to say Ten Hag substitutions have been off? Okay, is it wrong for me as a fan to say he does not have a starting 11?
yeah, it could be.
How?
Yeah, a starting
Come on, man.
11. I explained to you why it is very difficult to have a starting 11, but it won't sit down well with you.
Josh, would you still back him if he lost 8 to Spurs?
Um, what backing him is for him to stay as manager at Man United.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh my God.
100%. But
I have no words.
would I critique the manager going into the next games? Yes.
but you back him up to stay. Your rather as
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah,
manager,
yeah,
right?
yeah. Me, okay. Yeah, personally, I'm the type of fan who would rather see
This guy is having a
a
field day.
team that is
He's
built,
saying,
a team
"Give
that
Ten
is
Hag
built, and
10-year contract, a 10-year contract, please."
yeah. If only we had the power.
Yeah, let's go through still the comment section. No, no, I expected us to finish top. At least we spent 550, 570
But
mil. Why
but
should
Ziad,
we be?
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what time zone you're in, but we've just played 5 games of the season. No one is finishing. They
No,
finished
no,
the
no.
season in May.
I know, Josh. He's just saying. Right now, I would love Manchester United to be in the top four.
At the
The same way
exit,
you
suits
see.
iron
Listen,
bad.
listen, listen. This he's in the UK. He says he's in the UK. Josh, right now, I'd
Mm.
love to see Manchester United in the top four. The same way you see Aston Villa, Josh. Same way you see Arsenal. Same way you see Liverpool. The same way you see. It's very ashaming that Aston Villa is up there
At
and
the
Man United
shaming.
is not even in the top 10. Bro, it's ashaming.
Yo, bro.
It's even
Uh,
ashaming for me to say
I
top
wish,
10.
I wish we can have the Ziad after. I wish we can have Ziad for the review after the
After the
game.
game or even the
Yes,
watch
after the
along.
game or the watch along, because
Uh,
it would be really interesting to see how he watches the game, because it seems to me that I mean, if Ten had coughed, yeah, he
mm-hmm.
would have a
Mm.
problem with it. Why did he cough?
Bro, this guy is having, I feel, he said, give Ten Hag a special treatment. Bro, he's just trolling.
Yeah,
He's
Ten Hag
We
in.
are a million miles away. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, Villa are all better than us. That at least I do agree
I don't think
120%.
Villa is.
Oh, yes, they do, Josh. They were better than us last season. I know you're going to
Yeah,
say we
yeah,
won
yeah,
the FA Cup
yeah.
trophy, but they were better than us
No,
last
no, no,
season. They
no, no,
finished
no,
top four,
no.
and
Yeah,
even
but I
right
don't
now,
think.
they're still better than us.
No, a million miles away, I do accept with City and Arsenal and Liverpool. But you should know that Mikel Arteta has had the same squad for 6 seasons. I mean, this is his sixth season. So, I
Josh,
mean, you
Aston
want
Villa
to
has not
compare.
had the same
First, listen
squad.
to me. First, listen to
Aston
me.
Villa has not had the same squad.
I'm talking about Arsenal. I'm not talking about Aston
Okay,
Villa. I'm talking
okay,
about
okay,
Arsenal. I mean, the
okay.
expectations at a club like Aston Villa are not the expectations of a club like Man United. So, I mean, it's going to be a bit different. But if Ateta has spent 6 seasons and is a million miles away from a guy who is in his third or first season at Man United, then you wait.
Uh, Josh, you have FC Porto. I mean, you have Spurs. Josh?
Because Slot has been there for a few months. Why are they better than us? Because Slot inherited a very decent side.
Oh,
Slot
Josh, that's
inherited
a weak
players who had played in the
excuse.
league for 5 seasons. If you look at the player that it's only Sobo Salai, it's Endo Wataru, and there's a third player there, Gravenbach, that have
Oh
spent two
man,
seasons at
Gravenberch. By
Liverpool.
the way, let me tell you
But
something. And of course,
the spine of the team is
Chiesa, who
players
just
that have
joined.
been there for a while. Yeah.
Josh, Josh,
So
Gravenberch has been
that gives
top.
you another that yo stop talking about you
Gravenberch.
Liverpool people. Let me just answer
Uh,
Ziad,
okay,
and
you
you
talked
leave
about.
your Liverpool
Okay,
talk. You leave
okay.
your Liverpool talk for the bedroom with Ten Hag in. Over Ten Hag, his love, that guy.
You say they have no CDM and can still
They do.
and
They
still
do.
can. Who?
They
Gravenberch?
do. No, they you see a
McAllister.
system. No, a system of football, the system of football that they play, they don't play with a CDM. He plays with three central midfielders who all interchangeably play at CDM at some point.
Bro, Anton is equals Ten Hag's adopted son. Okay, Josh. Yeah, Ziad is asking, what's our system?
Um, We are a transitional team.
Hmm.
Um, I know when you ask what is our system, you're expecting a straight answer that we do this or we do that. But we progress the ball actually very well going forward. These are the methodologies that the manager wants to have in his team. They've not yet clicked, but at least this season the patterns are starting to show. I mean, he likes to invert his fullback and create a numerical advantage in the middle of the park. So the wider players can be able to make runs in behind, and the midfielders can be able to be found by maybe Diogo Dallo, and Zaxi can be able to get pockets of space to release maybe Ganacho or Marcus Rashford. So I mean, it's just that we've been so poor at how we pass the ball. We've not been precise enough. So for me, that one I can say maybe Ten Hag is the problem. Yes,
Well, it
now
says
I understand why you want the manager out, because you don't like the style of football that he's playing.
that
There,
we're
I
playing.
agree with you. I agree with you. You can want him out. All the good
All the
things.
good
But
dominate
there's
the
no way
ball.
you're going to there's no way you're going to play that transitional football when you don't have spells where you dominate the ball. If you look at the games we played this season, there's no single game Man United has not dominated, as in even at full time. Oh, maybe even the Liverpool game, Man United did dominate the ball. We do have the ball. We dominate the ball. Go ahead.
This one is
First,
just
live your
trolling.
love. First, live your love. I mean,
We had 11th. We had 11th lowest most
do not
possession
talk
last
about
season
last
in the league.
season. The circumstances
Well,
of last season was special.
a special.
Yeah, the circumstances of last season are special. I mean, I've never seen such
Shout
things
outs to
happen at
Nigeria.
any football club. Yeah, that is. Shout
He's
outs to
waffling.
Nigeria.
He's waffling. Uh, Josh, yeah, Brighton dominate. No, but we had a decent game
No,
against
no,
Brighton.
it didn't. It did not.
No,
That's a
I think we
lie.
dominated each other.
That's a
We dominate.
lie.
No,
Please fact check. Please fact check. That's a lie. It is impossible.
I'm trying to recall the last.
It
I think
is
the last 20
impossible.
games.
At Brighton,
Sorry, the last
actually,
20
we
minutes.
had Brighton. We had Brighton at their knees. We
I
just
don't remember so.
yeah, we just had lapses in concentration, and yeah, they
The last 20 minutes, I think Brighton really played well. That is when
no,
even they
just do
scored. The
this,
pressure
just
was a
do
lot.
this. Please fact check. Do this. Second half, ball possession Man United, ball possession Brighton. First half, ball possession United, ball possession.
The United. Well, you need to give Ten Hag support. So, Isn't just enjoys the trolling. We have won 3 of our last 18 games. God damn, bro, that is very
It,
ugly.
it's not ugly.
It
I've
is.
told you.
Josh,
Negate
what are you talking
negate
about?
last season. Negate last season.
Okay, if
Negate
you
last
say so.
season. Talk
Well,
about the
you have
6 games
Tottenham,
that we've played.
Josh. You have Tottenham.
Yeah,
Okay, you have FC Porto midweek,
yeah.
and of course, you also have Aston Villa. Those are really huge matches. Your next three matches. Those are very, very huge
Every
matches.
football game involving Manchester United is such a big game because I mean we are that team. We are that team. No matter who is coming to play against Manchester United, they are pumped up because they always come to play a game of their lives.
Uh, Josh, we have it says right guy is definitely an Arsenal fan. He's talking
Who
about Josh. You
who me?
no me. I think he's talking about me. I think he's talking about me.
Yeah, yeah,
Crystal
yeah,
Palace.
yeah.
Sorry. Come on. Spurs beat us, and
But
Spurs get this
I
crowd out.
do. Yeah, but I do now understand where Ziad is coming from, and I wouldn't fault him for his beliefs because he does not believe that the manager should be playing in the manner that he's playing in at the moment. So for me, that is a very understandable.
Yeah, if we lose to Spurs and this clown is still here, then we need to question Ineos. No,
But
yo, Ziad,
you
I
should
told
question
Josh,
Ineos. You should question Ineos already
Josh,
because is the
Ziad, I
best man
told
they
Josh,
got.
why do I keep it? Ziad, I told Josh that before the season started, Ineos were in for a manager. They tried to look, but in other words, there was no replacement. I think whoever they were looking at, they were all mid, so they had no option. Went ahead, gave rather, I think, activated the option to extend a year as far as Ten Hag's contract is concerned. But that shows you how they were in other. They also didn't have enough confidence in Ten Hag, and
No,
that
no,
is
no, no,
bad,
no, no,
Josh.
no. Just hear me out. Let me tell you something. I mean, Ineos comes in. They find a guy
Mm,
who is manager at the club.
yeah.
It was within their rights to actually look around. They did look around, but they were not looking for a replacement for Ten Hag. They were looking for who is the best manager to recruit for Manchester United. And when they looked around, actually, they found out that the best manager was at Man United. They already had the best manager at the club, so there was no giving the job to someone else. So they just activated the contract of the player of the manager they had because he was the best manager for
Oh,
the job.
Zabri, by the way, why did they let that guy go? I think he went to where Mason Greenwood is playing right now. Marseille?
Yeah, he's the coach at Olympic Marseille.
Yeah. They interviewed Poch, Tuchel. He's a very good manager. I actually like him. I like him. I like how he plays. I like how he plays. The fact that they only gave him 1 year extension shows that is true. I agree with you. They do not rate him at all.
No, but
They did not.
unless you're a stupid businessman, there's no way you're going to do business like that. I mean, football is result oriented, and the results that you get are the ones that give you the things that you get. There's no way that Man United was going to Ineos had just come in and they were going to give any manager, give the manager that who was at the club a 3 year deal. Unless they were signing someone who was not at the club, they were not ready to give a 3 year deal because they are still testing the waters, and the, the 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 manager that they picked, who is still at the club, can give them a foundation for what they want to achieve. Then at that point, maybe they can move him on and they get the man that they want to get. I'm only worried that Dan Ashworth is friends with Gareth Southgate, and Ziad might get his wish and get Gareth Southgate at the club. Eric Ten Hag
No,
would
no
be
one
gone,
wants.
but yeah, but all he doesn't
Well,
want.
Berada just told you today,
What Ziad is looking at
expect to
is
win the
not
APL in 2028.
what Ziad is telling you is not a manager that is going to come in. For him, is more concerned about Eric Ten Hag leaving the club. So if Gary Neville tomorrow was chosen to be our interim manager, it would be okay with him for as long as Eric Ten Hag has gone. But I understand that is how much it pains him that we are in the position that we are. He's a very good Manchester United fan that he feels that way.
Josh, you really have a lot of faith and confidence in Ten Hag, man. I don't know where even
No,
that
I
is
do
coming
have a
from.
confidence in a manager at Manchester United. I mean, over the years, I think it's only been Dave Moyes and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that I did not really back throughout their period at the clubs. Because for me, even Louis van Gaal is a manager I didn't want to go. Even if Jose Mourinho is a manager I admired, and I thought that maybe it was time for him to come at Man United, especially since Pep Guardiola was at City. These were arguably the best managers of the times, and I thought maybe he would get Man United back to the heights we once were. But I backed Louis van Gaal the whole way, and I was really upset when they sacked him in the manner that they did. This is a grandfather of total football, and you don't treat him that way. But Manchester United at that time didn't really have football men around, and the decisions that were done were really questionable. Then in comes Jose Mourinho, but even when Jose Mourinho came, the things that they were doing, I don't understand. I just do not understand. Jose Mourinho, he had these quarrels and what, but I backed him the whole way. Even when fans like Ziad woke up every morning waiting for Jose Mourinho to be sacked. They did so many things to Jose Mourinho, including the English media. They were all over his ass and they just wanted him to leave. And in came Olgana Solskjaer. Olgana Solskjaer, a boy of the club, and he was too nice that they liked him, even when he
Very
was
soft.
shit
Okay.
throughout the games. But no, the media liked him. I mean, he felt like he was English. The fact that he had been at United and he was a legend, and
He
to
felt
them, he
like he
felt
was
like he was
English.
English, and they kind of accepted him. As in, he gave us shit after shit after shit, but the
Well,
media,
that is
the,
blind positivity, Josh.
what it's
And yeah,
what is blind positivity?
And still in your face, Potter is better than Ten Hag.
I
Bro,
think
if he
this is the
loses
point.
this game against
I think
Spurs,
this is
if
the
he,
point we go to bed. Oh
no,
my
I don't know what
god,
happened, honestly, to Potter
Potter!
at Chelsea. I still believe
Yo,
he's a very, very good manager.
even Potter would disagree with you.
The- He says, just because the replacement isn't good doesn't mean the current manager is good. Ten Hag, I don't
Yeah,
know. I
yeah,
think
yeah,
he's
yeah,
going to
yeah,
be
yeah.
found out
But
this season.
no, for me, I do understand where you're coming from. If you do not like a style of football, I mean, it's easy for the manager to go because that's when your club is going to have the football that you will maybe like. Potter is shit now. Potter, oh my God,
Okay, so which player would I rather which manager, Josh, would you have
Eric Ten
replaced
Hag,
Ten Hag
Eric
right
Ten
now?
Hag, Eric Ten Hag.
Come on, really, man,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. I wouldn't
You know,
fire him in the first place. So I mean, why am I
I
replacing
think
him?
you just made your point certain when you said that. You just
Yeah.
Josh is anti-United. That is
No,
true.
man,
He's
I'm Josh
anti-United.
though. No,
You're,
no, no, no,
you're
no, 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 no. I'm
anti-United.
not. I'm not. I actually, by the
He
way, I
says
think
Ten
I'm
Hag
the.
would have got Brighton relegated.
No, Ten Hag is a bigger manager than Brighton.
Josh. Anyway, guys, man, thank you so much, Ziad. Man, it's been amazing getting to know
Cheers,
you,
Ziad,
brother.
man. One love, one love.
Ziad, honestly, I hope at one
Yeah,
point, I mean, if you want to
Tuko.
join
Now
the
we are
watch along,
talking. Tuko. Now we are talking, and he's
yeah,
only. You can only say he's better because he's won a UCL.
where Chelsea, okay. Ten Hag got sacked. If Ten Hag got sacked, who would take? He just said Ten Hag himself. I asked him the same question. He fooled me. He went around me, played nice, and said Ten Hag. Just serious. Okay, minus Ten Hag. Who is the second manager? Don't say Hag this time. Then you say Ten. Then you say Eric. Those are four players.
Oh, maybe I
Minus.
said Seven Hag.
Who would you have?
Who would I have where?
If Ten Hag was to be sacked, who would you have? Seriously,
No, no,
replace
that's a
him.
conversation I'll have when he is, but I don't think he's going to be sacked anytime soon. So I don't even want to delve in such a conversation.
Last question, Josh. What Premier League team would take Ten Hag?
Man United, he's at the biggest one in the league. He's at the biggest one in the league.
Man, Ziad, I agree with
You
you. This
see,
guy is anti-United. This guy is anti-United, 100%.
by the way, let me
Thank you
tell
so
you,
much once again. Yeah,
Ziad,
in a minute.
I'm more of a Manchester United fan than an Eric Ten Hag fan. I want what is best for Man United, but for me, I
Mm.
like
But if
I do
if you
believe.
want,
Wait. I do believe that a manager. I I do believe that a manager should be
You need
given
help.
a chance. A manager should be given a chance to progress his team. For me, this is Eric Ten Hag's first season at Manchester United, because okay, his second season at Manchester United, I wrote off last season. So I mean, there are so many new things that have happened, and I have accepted that it will take us some time to actually do the things that we want to do. We have so many new assistants. We have so many new coaches. We do have Ineos. We do have a structure at the club for the first time. For me, it is the first time that Manchester United has been deliberate about the product on the pitch. And I know that once they feel that Eric Ten Hag is not the manager at the a manager who is going to progress Manchester United, they will let him go. But as we stand now, I don't have a problem with Eric Ten Hag, because he's putting the pieces together. Ineos and Wilcox and Berada and the rest of the guys, they're doing whatever they have to do to see that this manager is given an environment that can give him success on the pitch. So if the manager fails, at least the right things have been done so well that it's the manager who is to blame. But then you sack Eric Ten Hag so fast, then you will have the almost the same problem with the manager who will come in, because these guys will not have maybe acclimatized at how things are done at the football club,
You really
and
love
then
man.
it
You
will
really.
happen again with the next manager. So I mean, Ineos even
I've,
recommended
you,
or accepted for Ruud van Nistelrooy to come at the club. Maybe he
they've
at the back
backed
of their
him.
mind there is also a
His
guy
backroom
they,
staff has been backed.
yeah,
Players
maybe,
in.
yeah, maybe
He has no
maybe he's
excuse this
also,
season.
maybe
What
he's
excuse
also
is he
a
going to
guy
give us?
that maybe he's also a guy that he's they looked at and they hoped that maybe he will come of age at some point and replace Eric Ten Hag if Eric Ten Hag fails
Maybe when he's
to
fired.
do the
When
job.
he's fired. Then, when he's fired. Well, Ziad
So
says he just subscribed. Thank you so much, Ziad. Shout out
thank
to
you,
you, brother. Shout out
Ziad.
to you. He also says I'll be here after the Spurs loss or draw or draw.
Oh, Ziad, my name is Josh. Josh, like for Joshua. Josh.
Yo, he's saying he'll be here for the Spurs loss or draw. He doesn't see United even winnings, loss or draw, waiting for your excuses. Yeah.
No more excuses. But by the way, me, I am very objective, and I critique the game as I see
No,
it.
no, no, no. You're not
I
objective, Josh.
do.
Come on, that's not being
No, I
objective.
am.
What you
See,
just did?
objectivity
No,
is for
uh-uh.
me to say
Josh,
Eric
Josh,
Ten Hag
Josh,
should leave.
Josh. You're not objective. Let's just agree to disagree.
I
You're not
have just
objective.
told you, I have
Objective.
just
Sorry.
told you, I've explained to you the circumstances why I choose to back the manager the club
Okay,
has. And
Josh. Let's
just
wrap
the
it
way
for
I
today.
understood Ziad, because he
Let's wrap
doesn't
it up
like the
for today.
football played, then you
Let's
should
wrap it up
actually
for today. But
accept that.
Ziad, the watch along Manchester United tomorrow against Spurs. We will be. You can come in for the halftime review or the full. I mean, we do the watch along all together. Even after the game, I mean, the review we talk about. Hopefully, Manchester United wins. I don't want to
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just tired of the trolling. We had someone in the comment section just trolling. Once again, thank you so much, everyone that has been tuning in. Sports Jazz, Josh, and Isaac. It's been all one love. Thank you once again, man. Shout outs to you, brother Ziad. Hope to catch you soon next time. Whenever you want to join, please let us know. Yeah, that would be great to have you in the comment, rather in the what?
Watch
Especially
along.
games United watch along, or even a game like rather a stream like today would have also been nice to get your comments, or rather your views, and see what you think about United, especially Ten Hag. Now that you even want him gone, just like I do. Sports Jazz signing out. Keep subscribing, share, and like the videos. Peace, brother.
Cheers.